everybody, good evening and welcome back to the Dugout Football channel. Welcome to the Friday LFC Focus. It's another big one, big week of football ahead. We have the bloody Clarets on Saturday, and also the Champions League is back. And we'll be facing Inter Milan. So very big week ahead of football. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome to the podcast Mr. Michael Jenrick from Michael Talks Football. How are you, my friend?
Good. Thank you for having me on.
It's an absolute pleasure. And of course, we've got Sophie as well. How are you, Sophie?
I'm good. Thanks, Doug. Not bad. Looking forward to tonight.
Yes, I am as well. And of course, Mr. Jack Mack LFC. Has to be said, long time no speak, my friend.
Yeah, you can't get it. You can't get away from me, mate. Sorry. But yeah, cheers. Thank you very much for having me on, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mr. Connor Niblett will be joining us. It's just typical Welshman that he's late. So, yeah, I'll pass that one anyway.
So you'll be getting a message off him later.
Jersey boy, we have got a bit of a full panel, unfortunately. So not tonight, my friend, but maybe next week. Actually, I will be saying now, I do actually have a big guest list next week. So let me just, I will announce that in due course. Sebastian, hello. Jackson, hello to the chat. My favourite podcast. Oh, well, there we go. And Victory George is in. Hello. Evening all. Hope you're well. I am everywhere, according to Chris Welsh. Yeah. Give me a minute. Hi, Jack, Sophie, Douglas, and Mike. Hello. Proud Terriers is in. Thank you very much. Thank you. I just gone past 60 subs. Not bad since I started a month ago. Wow, that's fantastic. The Welsh aren't good at it. Oh, oh crap! Wales are playing Scotland in the rugby. Oh shit! Oh dear.
Wait till next month, dog. Wait till next month. Could be Wales versus Scotland for the World Cup place.
It could well be. Sorry, I got to. Sophie's just messaged to say that she's sorting the dog out. Anyway, but the first thing I want to speak about tonight, I haven't done a banner for this one, which is quite interesting, but we managed to beat Cardiff City by 3-1 in the FA Cup. Now, the one thing I can say about this, Michael, is that it was great to see Harvey Elliott return, and what a fantastic goal.
I miss this player. I can't believe he was already back, to be honest, from that sort of horrific injury. Just glad that Harvey Elliott is okay. The first half was pretty bad. Let's be honest here. It was pretty bad. We didn't create anything in that whole first half. Second half, Jota, I mean, the guy's he's just a pure goal scorer. Everybody talks about CR7. We need to talk about Jota. I think he might be the informed Portuguese player in the world at the moment. Jota is ridiculous. And then, Harvey Elliott getting a goal, and who was the other player who got a goal? Who else got? Oh, Taki got the goal as well then. So I think, we were always going to be Cardiff. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, could they have gotten a penalty in the first half? Debatable. I think 50-50 on that sort of challenge. But overall, good performance. Advancing again in the FA Cup, and we're playing Norwich. We might actually win the FA Cup for once. I can't believe it. First time since 2006, I believe. Is that right? 2006? My God, it's been that long since Liverpool won an FA Cup. So overall, a good performance. Can't really complain about it. But at the end of the day, it's Cardiff City. We should be beating them.
Yeah, 100%. Jack, was Kelleher lucky?
Very so, mate. I think I remember watching that instantly. I think you'd be very hard pressed to find a Liverpool fan. But at the end of the day, it's not Liverpool's problem if the player's still on the pitch. It's up down to the referee. But yeah, Michael's spot on there in terms of we were very frustrating first half. But I think that was off a lot of teams. I think you've always seen the FA Cup games that weekend. Even the top teams, even City took a while to get. They found themselves 1-0 down to a very good Fulham side. But we're progressing through the rounds, and obviously we have got Norwich in the next round. It's great to actually have a decent couple of draws, and we're not getting the draws in which we have got in the past. But obviously the squad depth which we'll very much talk about tonight, mate. In terms of Liverpool, we've got more or less a fully fit squad in terms of, so we're in 4 cup competitions, which is fantastic to see. But I can see us very much, even if we do win a cup double, whatever those cups will be. Fingers crossed we can win the big one in a couple of weeks. Well, not the big one, but a big trophy. But fingers crossed we can win a trophy to kickstart us. Well, continue the run and momentum that we have amassed in recent weeks, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Connor. How are you, first of all?
I'm very good, thank you. Sorry, I'm doing a Makendo. Apologies for being late, everyone. Stupid wires and internet. It's very much annoying, but yeah, hello.
Hello. What did you make of the Cardiff game?
Like the lads have already said, the first half was Arsenal all over again, which was horrific. But the second half, as soon as Diaz and Harvey Elliott come on, it just give everyone a second life. Certainly the crowd. But look, it's again, like the lads have already spoken about, it's another cup competition I think we all want to win this season, especially with us already being in the final of the Carabao Cup. So at the end of the day, it was a scruffy performance, but I don't mind as long as Liverpool win. Yeah,
absolutely. Sophie, it was bound to happen. We've had Norwich City in the League Cup. It was about time we were going to get them in the FA Cup.
Have we? Yes, I have been. I'm sorry, I haven't kept up because obviously I wasn't able to watch the match against Cardiff on the weekend.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the highlights of it. I'm a bad Liverpool fan, and I don't even. So we've got Norwich in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Norwich in the FA Cup.
At Anfield as well.
But you know how I feel about the cup stock. I don't pay attention to them, do I? Unless you tell me, I don't really pay attention to them.
Well, at least, as someone put it, the font of all knowledge, the font of all knowledge is here. So let's see what some of you are saying, because I have seen a lot of comments in here. I am Welsh, I am here. Oh, yeah. We won't talk about that, Connor. Big up, guys. Hope you're all well. Big up, Soph. Hope you're well. To be fair, I am well as well. Bad joke. Yeah, okay. Jota, Pinaldo, I would agree with that. Jota is the best Portuguese player I wouldn't say in the world, probably in the Premier League right now. Jota, oh my God, what a good signing. Just fitted in like a glove. Well done, the scouts at Liverpool. Very envious. Luis Diaz, baller. Yep, 100%. Hello to Liz Golden. Thank you for tuning in. Basically, I hope we win everything. I'm greedy, man. Yep, absolutely. Never as always, Connor. Curtis Jones seemed a bit... Oopsie daisy. Curtis Jones seemed a bit below par versus Cardiff. A little bit, but you have to remember that was we did have the mid-season break, so it was kind of to be expected that some players would be rusty. Hello, Arpon. I hope you are doing very well, my friend. And now we will go on to last night's game. Yes, Jota with a dirty double, as they always say. 2-0 against Leicester City. Could have been a lot more if Schmeichel didn't have... if Schmeichel just didn't have one of those games where he just saves everything. But, I mean, Michael, when I looked at the Leicester City side, it had no centre-backs. It had Wilfred Ndidi and Daniel Amarte. Has he not learned his lesson?
But to be fair, that centre-back pairing kept a clean sheet against Liverpool at King Power Stadium, I think. I think that was the same centre-back pairing. But you know what? It's Brendan Rodgers. I told you what I say about him. I don't think he's a good manager. I think he's one of the most overrated managers in the world. But about the game, I mean, we should have won it 5-0. Let's be honest here. We should have won that game 5-0. I mean, the amount of saves Schmeichel made, I think Luis Diaz could have had a goal. Trent had a good chance in the box. Salah hit the crossbar, which would have been the goal of the season almost, because that was ridiculous from him, the sort of angle and curl he had. But overall, I have to say the best player on the pitch was Thiago. The difference we had with Thiago in the midfield, night and day compared to Henderson and Milner. Night and day. Curtis Jones, he was okay. I feel like he was trying his best, but just sometimes his passes didn't go off. And Luis Diaz goes into the starting lineup and just doesn't look like he's out of place whatsoever. Fits in well, moving the ball well, taking on players, not dangerous about it, not shy anyway, pressing well. It was just a total team performance from us. But I have to say, Leicester City were garbage. They were absolute garbage. I don't know if it's also because Liverpool made them look terrible. That's also a part of it. But also, Leicester literally just long ball towards Patson Daka. That's all they did. Did. I can't say any other simply, but it was a great performance. I would give it like a 9 out of 10. It would have been 10 out of 10 had we won 5-0, but it was simply amazing.
Yeah. Andrew Williams says, top middle dude rocking a good Michael Stipe look. Fair play. Who is Michael Stipe?
Don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
I'll search it right now.
I'm not even sure what that is anyway. Oh yeah. Bottom left is Samuel Tarley.
Oh, got out my one. Probably be fucking Gollum or something.
No, I'm Gollum. That's me.
Gollum.
Take it for me, but I'm tired of hair up. It's like my best.
But Jack, this game is all about Jota. The guy is just getting better and better and better. I think that was his 16th goal of the season in all competitions. Like I thought when we signed him, I thought, it's a good bit of business. It's actually turned into 41 million was an absolute bargain.
Yeah, I don't think any of us, and even Jurgen Klopp, if you'd asked him, anticipated him to have such an impact in terms of, I think, he looks natural in between. Well, we've converted a left winger to West, striking well football at the minute. Obviously, him and Salah, he is the best Portuguese player in the world at the minute. I don't watch Portuguese league football, but I put my hand on my ass and say he is. Like, obviously, he could be leading the line. I think he does with Portugal, but obviously Ronaldo robbing all his goals. But he's going from strength to strength, and obviously being such he is small in terms of football and terms, but the ability in the air, which absolutely baffles me, like how good he is. Technically, I don't know how that is possible. Obviously, Michael Owen used to be good in the air. Certain players have got that ability. The biggest one was Tim Cahill in Everton shirt, sadly. But
yes.
You don't panic when he's in the box, and it's great that he's such a good technical player. He can go on his left, he can go on his right, use his head. When he's in the centre of the box, and last night, I think obviously anticipation at its finest with the first one in terms of the rebounds. Players have got a knack. I think the commentary team after the game or the pundit says certain players have that, certain players don't, and obviously he's got that. And I think him and Salah, when we go into Europe, they'll cause so many problems, and add Mane to the mix as well, even though people think he's having a bad season. He's still got 8-10 goals in the Premier League, whatever. So, and he'll be buzzing. Yeah. Diaz, it's phenomenal, mate. But long may Jota, the slotter, keep on putting the lotter in the goal.
Yeah, Jota's a slaughter. So, does Jota remind you a little bit of sort of a young Robbie Fowler?
Oh my God, I literally said this to Keith the other day. And I was like, if you could like pick a player in their prime and like reincarnate them in their prime, it's Jota. He just gives off those vibes, doesn't he? He's aggressive, he's forward thinking, he's clinical, and he's always able to get on the end of that ball. And 9 times out of 10, that's going in. And it's at a point now where I watch Jota, he gets the ball, he gets in the box, and I go, that's going in before he's even kicked it. I'm that confident that it's going to go in. Whereas with the likes of Mane and Salah, as much as I love them, 7 times out of 10, you're going, that's probably going to go over. Like, there's a really joke in our house that Salah needs like 5 attempts before he gets one in, and then he'll bang a worldie in. But Jota, I'm just so confident that he's that clinical. He's just absolute bargain, isn't he? I mean, I know the lads have said it, but we absolutely fleeced Wolves for that. Like, he's amazing. I love him. I absolutely love him. And I think if you could have picked your favourite starting lineup for Liverpool from all the generations, he'd be one you'd want to put in there, or seriously consider putting in, because he's fantastic. I love him.
Yeah, I know. I think we've obviously spoken about Connor about obviously his impact on the Liverpool team. Have you been like surprised in actually how pivotal he's actually been this season?
I would say a little bit, yeah. Look, I think speaking before the season, I think as a outrageous prediction, I think we were saying 20 league goals if we could get from him, or 20 goals in all competitions would be outrageous. And now he looks well on to go on and do that, which of course is another brilliant thing from of course the scouting team and Jurgen Klopp. And so on, and like everyone has said, we have ripped off Wolves, another team that was ripped off, which is kind of nice. But look, at the end of the day, I think he can get miles better as well. It's not like if we're in, the end of we're at the end of Jota at the minute. He's only just starting. So imagine if he's close to 20 goals now. Imagine, given the football that we're playing as well, he could score 25, 30 goals in a season, which is frightening. Back to probably 17, 18 Liverpool, where you had Bobby, Sadio, and Mo all scoring plus 30. It's amazing to have, and yeah, it's frightening. I'm not gonna lie, it's frightening.
Yeah, Sebastian makes a very good point, Michael. Salah's on 16 league goals. Jota is on 12. The way that Jota is going, do you think Jota's got a shout for maybe top scorer?
Possibly. You know what's the funniest thing about yesterday's performance as well? Jota is not the greatest link-up player, right? He doesn't move the ball well. I don't think he's the greatest passer, but he's just there at the right time. I don't get it. And whenever I look at him, I'm just like, he's just a natural goal scorer. That's what he is. He kind of reminds me of Ronaldo in a way where Ronaldo's not the greatest link-up player either. His ball movement isn't the greatest. When you look at Jota, he's trying to go at players, but not the greatest at doing that. But he just has a knack of getting a goal. It's amazing from Jota. To be honest, when we signed him, I was like, I don't know about that sort of price tag for Jota. Well, I mean, now he's worth 90 million at least if we wanted to sell him, which we never will, of course. But he's at least worth 90 million, which is crazy to me. So I think he could. Yeah. He maybe could surpass Salah. I think he's really carried us since Salah, Mane, and obviously Keita were AFCON. I thought he really carried us during that time, to be honest, Jota. And I think he could get 20, 25 goals at this rate in the Premier League, which would be insane.
It really, really is. What did we make of Luis Diaz last night? I have to say, from watching the game back this morning, he looks like he's already in place of being a Liverpool player, Jack. I mean, I was so impressed with his link-up play yesterday.
Yeah, obviously the physicality of him, obviously coming. He's probably, I think Jurgen Klopp pre-game, he said he has watched quite a lot of Liverpool videos or a lot of Liverpool matches prior to him moving to us, which is positive. Obviously, we played him in the Champions League, well, the last couple of 3 seasons anyway, so he knows what it means in terms of playing against Liverpool. But yeah, I think the notion of him struggling in the league, I know he's only played 90, 80 odd minutes in Liverpool shirts. But certain players like Jota, obviously he was playing in the Premier League with Wolves, but when he went to Wolves, and Salah obviously was at Chelsea, went away, and he's come back to the league. Certain players play in terms of adapting to the league. Certain players take a while to go, but Diaz, he was what I loved the most about him, and I think Jurgen said after the game, he was going in for like mad challenges and training, and that's what. Yeah, obviously, as long as he doesn't injure Salah or Van Dijk, I think we'd be sound with that. But in terms of integrating himself into the culture of the football club and obviously the culture of the people, I don't think he'll have any troubles apart from adapting to the weather in England. I think on the announcement video, he was like, "Oh, it's bloody freezing here." Not like the sunny Colombia, mate, but yeah, excellent. Couldn't have asked for any better start to his Liverpool career, apart from getting a goal or two. But
or sunny Portugal in that aspect. This is interesting. Anybody's disappointed that Coutinho went to Villa? He certainly started well.
No.
I'm happy that he started well at Villa, but they always say you should never go back to a club, and I don't think Jurgen wants Coutinho back, in all honesty. So if he's playing in the form of his life at Villa, then I'm all happy for him to be at Villa. In all honesty. Liverpool got 60 goals in 22 games. Very good. Yes, I mean we could have easily had. I think we could have easily had about double that if we had got our chance. Glad the show is back. Always enjoy it, buddy. Oh, thank you, Niall. Appreciate that. How incredible has Joe Matip been this season? Last night he turned into prime Xavi with that assist for Jota. Also, Jota is going to grow every single season with goal after goal. He's just a fox in the box. And I don't think we've had a fox in the box, as I've said, since like a Robbie Fowler, like a Michael Owen, somebody like that. So I think he's a very, very good player to have for sure. Yes, unlucky not to score, but the goal will come probably against Burnley or maybe Inter. Andrew Matip's nutmeg assist was yeah. Oh, who was it? He nutmegged.
Don't care.
Indeed, probably.
I think it was indeed
one of the Tory lost anyway. That's what it was.
I think it was. Good evening, Rory Fitzgerald. Diaz, Jesus. Diaz was always looking for it, always in different positions, tidy touches, no nerves, took on players, never took too much out of the ball, and a few tackles too. Great early signs he will settle okay. He'll fit well at Liverpool, only place he can get as much coke as he does in Bogota. Yeah, that's true. No back injury for Coutinho, which is oh, Jesus. Every single joke. But we talked about how good Liverpool were. Connor, Leicester. Reports are saying Brendan Rodgers is almost certainly losing the dressing room. If they were to lose to West Ham, and very, very comfortably, do you think that's it?
I think we could have easily said that before the Liverpool game. He's lost the dressing room. Yeah, I think the writing's on the wall. We spoke to, I remember speaking to Anthony about it, and he said that, the writing's on the wall for Brendan Rodgers. It's exactly the same what has happened there. Like with Liverpool and third season syndrome with Brendan Rodgers. He apparently is not listening to any of the scouting department. Have come out recently. Certainly about Vestergaard and Bertrand as well, like he did at Liverpool. For me, I think that the amazing thing would be is if he was to, leave Leicester now and then become Manchester United manager. That would be the ultimate troll. But yeah, I think the writing's on the wall for Leicester and Brendan Rodgers. It wouldn't surprise me if Leicester tried to go all out for Graham Potter in the next couple of months.
Well, my man to my right knows all about calling people frauds, and you haven't sat back. You've definitely been behind Brendan the fraud, haven't you?
100%. I don't know what to tell you. This guy's just not a good manager. I think he's just when it comes to defensively, his tactics are shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. I know he should have gone. I know he's won the FA Cup. You won a League Cup. All right, you won the treble in Scotland. I can do that here in Finland as well. I mean, looking at them yesterday, they look like a side they don't want to play for their manager anymore. That was the same thing at Nottingham, and that was the same thing at Anfield last night. That game should have been 5-0. And if it would have ended 7-0, he's gone today. 100% he's gone. So I don't need to say any more about Brendan Rodgers. I think he's, would it make sense to sack him now? Not really, I think. Leicester still have the Conference League, so they can win a trophy this year. And, it's Europe, and they can still qualify for Europa League. But, I mean, at the end of the season, he has to be gone. And if I'm Leicester, go all out for Graham Potter or maybe even Pochettino. One of those two managers. You got to go all out for them.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. Good evening, Stephen Somerville. Diaz, for me, has already proven he can fill out that left wing, and especially it's good to have as we are hoping to go all out in 4 competitions. Yep. Writings on the wall for Brendan, in my opinion. Good evening, Helen. I hope you are doing well. Send Rodgers to Manchester United. I won't stop laughing if that happened to Agent Rodgers. Yeah, that'd be funny. Good evening, panel. Jamie Phillips. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all good. Up the Reds. You'll never walk alone. Of course. Just very, very quickly, because I know I know Michael's given his man of the match is Thiago. Jack, who was your man of the match last night?
It'd be boring. I go Jota. I think Jota just scores goals. Yeah, Jota. Where are you, mate?
Connor?
For me, it was Virgil van Dijk last night. Every single thing that went anywhere near Virgil, he dealt with. And I remember, I think it was Daka when he got through once, just completely shoved him apart. Yeah, just completely, with one finger, just pushed him away. I absolutely loved that. But for me, yeah, Virgil was my man of the match.
Sophie?
I'm going to go with Jota. I'm going to be boring like Jack. And I just think you've got to give Fabinho was fantastic. Thiago was a lot of the boys played really, really well. That link up, Trent was amazing as well. That link up on the right side between Trent, Harvey Elliott, and Mo Salah is a beautiful right side. Really quick, fast pace. It's beautiful. But you've got 2 goals. Come on, the volley off of Jota. He deserves it. He's freaking amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, the only thing is he could have had a hat trick if I'm being really, really mean, but fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I think that's 30 goals. Is that 30 goals in 60 games now for the Reds? It's quite incredible.
I think if you look at Jota's statistics for goals and assists overall competitions, it's 34, 36 now. I'm gone.
Yeah.
36, I think, in all competitions and 50 odd appearances. And some people are like, oh, that's crap, that's rubbish. It's no, that's amazing considering that he has.
That's amazing. That's almost a goal a game, almost.
He's brilliant.
Pochettino will be good for Leicester. That's his level. Oh, Jesus, Pochettino. PSG go out in the round of 16. Poch probably will get sacked. Yes, I would 100% agree with you. They definitely need to win that game against Real Madrid. Fabinho was my man of the match. Philippe H, I think one of our new subscribers, thank you for tuning in. Van Dijk and Fabinho proving that they're still your most important players. Fabinho stopped almost every counter-attack, and when he didn't, Van Dijk was there. I think that's very, very fair. That's a fair enough shout there. My man of the match is a Liverpool player. I'm joking. Jota for me. Matip was my man of the match, well, especially after that assist. I swear to goodness, every single time I say on this podcast, every single time, Matip's going to go on one of those mazy runs and he's going to go and basically score. It's going to happen eventually.
I literally texted my dad when Matip went on his little run because me and my dad were messaging throughout it, and I texted him, I was like, I'm going on an adventure, and my dad had at the same time. So we sent it through, and I went, one day I just want him to convert something bangs a goal in from there, not even assist from it, just bang a goal. And my dad's like, you will do, and just think of the memes that'll happen when he does. Everyone will go, I'm going on an adventure forever.
Yeah.
He's got to bang a goal in from that one day. Nobody seems to touch him now. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Everyone just stands there and is like, "Go on, lad, go for it."
Go on, go on. We'll just allow you to go through. Sebastian's man of the match was Diogo Jota. Did everyone get an email about a walk-on? What? A walk-on email? No. No, I haven't. To be honest with you. It's a shame as a Northern Irishman to see Rodgers dip down at Leicester. As I always thought after he left Liverpool, he would have kicked on. And yes, he won the FA Cup, but he can't keep that consistency. Yeah. Imagine Matip goes on that run and that goal wins the game, ideally a trophy. Oh, that would be good. That would be very, very good. Indeed. That would be a lovely indeed. So, after every single season, we've been complaining about squad depth. Well, last night, let me just tell you the bench for last night, because I can honestly say it's one of the strongest benches that I can remember as a Liverpool fan. So let me just quickly get this. So our bench last night consisted of Ibrahima Konate, James freaking Milner, there you go, Liz, Naby Keita, Mohamed Salah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Takumi Minamino, Kostas Tsimikas, Quivim Kelleher, and Harvey Elliott. OMG, Michael.
And no money.
Oh,
yeah.
So.
Crazy. Finally. I'm still slightly FSG out because I feel like they could have done more to Klopp during this time because we have a top manager in the world. But finally, this is showing when the squad is healthy, we do have a deep squad. Am I fully satisfied? I'm like 95% satisfied because I feel like if we get a couple of injuries in the midfield, we're screwed again. I just think in the midfield, if we get a couple injuries there, we're in big trouble once again. And sorry, if we play Milner and Henderson, I don't trust that midfield anymore. I just don't. If Thiago gets injured, which, you know, is going to happen, unfortunately, he's just injury prone, which is a problem. So, yes, we have squad depth right now, which is fantastic. But if we get a couple injuries, like in the midfield, like I said, we're back to square one almost. I think but in the attack now, we are very good, where we can field a strong attack each game. But just the midfield is just a bit of a concern for me.
See, but it's something that's got to be done. It can't be done overnight. And this is the thing, like, I'm not pro FSG. I think they've got a lot of faults, our owners, and I'm not defending them. But thinking pragmatically about it all, it's a lot of money. And if Liverpool just went into the transfer market and just bought anybody willy-nilly without doing the scouting that we do, we wouldn't have that Liverpool mentality. Because you heard the commentators last night talking about Luis Diaz, saying that he was made for Liverpool. And I turned to Soft Lad and went, you know what? I went, there are players out there. It's like they are moulded for our squad, and our squad can go out and find those players, and it might take a little bit of time. But I'll hands up and say, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, however long, I was sat there going, oh my God, we need somebody. Like, our drop off from the front three is horrendous. Like, our midfield is horrendous. Like, we've got no quality in depth, blah blah. And with the addition of 2 players, it's completely changed the game. Since who have we added recently? We've added Thiago, Jota, Konate, and now we've added Luis Diaz. That has solidified our back line. And with Costas as well, I'm so happy with that back line. Yeah, we haven't got a backup for Trent, but that's something that you need to wait for the right person for that. Our midfield, I completely agree with Michael. Our midfield, we've got a lot of midfield players, but they're very injury prone. And that's something that's the next target now. Like, our first issue, you've got to prioritise it. The first issue was we had a defensive crisis, we needed defenders. We got Konate, Virgil came back, Mata came back. We managed minutes, they're good. Solid. Then we looked at the three, because then when we lost Salah and Mane, we were like, oh my God, this drop in quality to, Divock and Takumi Minamino, it's too much. Divock got injured. We only had Jota to rely on. But we brought Luis Diaz in now. Now I feel a lot more comfortable looking at our front five going, oh, yes, please. We've got quality in the midfield, but we've also got a lot of aging players in the midfield as well. And it's something that's just, for me, is just going to take a bit of time. It's taken us 2 years to get to this point. And it does feel like, I don't know whether you'll agree with me, it feels like someone's finally turned the light switch on and we've gone, oh shit, we've got depth. Like, where did that come from? But when you think about it, it's actually taken 18 months, 2 years for us to get to this point. You just don't realise it until it starts clicking together. And I do think come summer, next January transfer window, we will find that midfield player. But you've got to break the mold to fit Liverpool now. It can't just be picking anyone out of the hat. You go, you're a decent midfielder. Oh, you're a box-to-box player. You're an attacking, you're a good CZM backup. It doesn't work like that. Klopp has built a very specific Liverpool. Gone are the days of, Roy Hodgson and Brendan Rodgers, where we just bought anybody for the sake of having numbers in the squad. Now it's not a case of you come, we find you. It's a case of you've got to prove you fit us. And it takes a bit of time when you get quality like that.
Well, you look at the likes of like Everton, and they're spending money on absolute shite.
Sorry, good.
But no, it's true. Like, how much money have Everton like wasted on like players in the Moshiri era? It's probably now to double figures. Like, this is the thing. Liverpool have actually spent very, very wisely when it comes to the players. Like, you look at the players that we've brought in under Jurgen Klopp. How many of them could you say are being failures? For me, only one I could think is probably Karius. I think.
Keita.
To an extent.
Keita, somewhat.
I wouldn't say Keita's a failure. Because
I'm not saying it's a failure, but it hasn't been the signing that we thought it would be.
Minamino's the same for me.
But Minamino, he was only 8 million.
And just hasn't met the expectations. Doesn't matter. You know,
but he was more of a squad player. He wasn't going to be somebody that starts for us. I think with Naby Keita, we thought, all right, you're going straight into the midfield. But it hasn't really worked out.
No, it hasn't, but it has at the same time. Like Naby Keita, and Connor's going to be made up here. I'm actually defending Naby Keita for once. Naby Keita, there's no denying he's an absolutely phenomenal player. He's good. When he's good, he's great. The problem is he has had loads of injuries, but what I can't understand is why we slander Naby going, right, he gets injured all the time, he's injury prone, he's never fit, he gets a knock, he breaks his leg, he's in the hospital FC, blah, 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 blah. But we're not doing it for Thiago. Thiago gets, he just gets injured, but he comes back, and when he's there, he's brilliant. It's the same thing, you know, apples and oranges, but still fruit. Slightly different, but still the same thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just think Naby Keita's not a failure. Naby Keita has just been very, very unlucky. And maybe the physicality has been a bit much for him. And it took the wind off the sails.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we are 36 minutes in. If you are enjoying this stream, please smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. We are getting ever so closer to 1.7k, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, this is a very good point from Andrew Williams. Shows you one thing, the coaching is outstanding. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's typical Jurgen Klopp, mate. And he gets, not like certain managers in the Prem, not just very heavily reliant on the transfer.
Some clubs hit a sweet spot where every signing seems to work. Conversely, there are some clubs who go through a period where everyone is either game one ACL or a total flop. You hinted to Manchester United there, Andrew, because I think you might be. Almighty Blues, Ankit in the chat. Go and subscribe to Ankit. Does a lot of Hindi streams, does a lot of English streams as well. Balances out a little bit. But go and subscribe to Ankit. Great guy and a great channel. I would say best squad under Klopp is this one right now, but the midfield, most of them is getting much older, and we can't play one season with 40 plus years. Yeah, that's very, very true.
Yeah.
I do envy the Liverpool squad mentality, but hopefully we win another cup tomorrow and build on it.
Palmeiras. Yeah, let's go Palmeiras.
Palmeiras, yeah. It's almost like the recruitment team actually had a plan. Minamino and Keita. Shaqiri's not a flop. No way.
Those Champions League crosses for Barca.
2 goals against United.
Yeah. When you say buy of the season.
Like an outstanding goal doesn't mean someone is a success at a club. Shaqiri, we all saw that goal against United in the preseason and we all bigged him up and he come and go, big leg Shaq, come on, little leg. But he did nothing. He did nothing apart from run around the pitch with his little cue ball. Like, he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say Shaqiri was a failure, to be honest.
Thiago's not been as good. I think Thiago's getting better in their midfield. You can quite clearly see what he did last night.
Liverpool, for sure. Completely different team when Thiago's in the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He worked really well.
When people praise Keita, Connor got dollar signs in his eyes.
I wish.
Secretly, Connor's Naby's agents. We just don't know it.
Look, right. I got his number on speed dial. Let's get it on. I'm joking.
What he didn't do there was when I was saying nice things about Naby, he was texting Naby going, "Hey, look, people like it."
Yeah. Hello, Reese. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you are well. Jota. If Kate is unlucky, then whoever gets injured is unlucky. Simple as that. Yep. Jota signing of the decade. Yep. Not myself. Yeah. I know, Reese. Hope everything's okay with you. Thanks, Douglas. Tonight's stream is 100% English for all. Keep up the great work and so the rest of the panel. Thank you very much. Thigh Master did fine, especially in big moments. Thigh Master, I love that. Absolutely love that. I was down with COVID. Oh dear, Anka. I hope you're all right. That's not good. I hope you have unexpected joy in the near future. I think that's to Reese. Every player a club sign will come good. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the same can't be said. But Connor, Is this our best squad under Jurgen Klopp?
Oh, 100%. It's like everyone else has said. I think it's the best squad we've had since probably 2008 under Rafa. I would say
we should have won more under Rafa.
Yeah, no, we should have done.
That midfield. If you put that midfield in this team, Christ almighty.
Steven Gerrard, Xabi Alonso, Javier Mascherano, Momo Sissoko. Oh my goodness me.
What would you give to bring back Javi, Mascherano and Gerrard into the squad though, please? Like,
we'd win every single game.
Hours on my arm just to get them back in that squad.
Yeah, absolutely. This doesn't bring joy. Oh, I'm sorry, Reese. I'm very, very sorry. I know what that's about. So yeah, from all of us, we hope you're all right and take care. It's about what they win. If Keita scores a goal that wins us a trophy, then I'll put my hands up and post up that I love Keita. Yeah, I think we know that somebody on the panel has posters of Naby Keita, don't we?
This theory gets put out.
Even behind the green screen, Con, I've seen it.
That's the reason Connor got the green screen, because he was really fed up about
you lot are chatting absolute wham. Like, get in the bed. I'll just go and love Lois Karius for 6 months. So just leave it like that.
No, please.
He's too busy modelling, mate. He sounds.
That's true. That's true.
There's only one reason you didn't win as much back in those years, and I'm all fine with it. Yeah, we all know what that was about.
Yeah, it's the same as
an extra 10 minutes every single game. That helps.
Well, you know what? The club is fortunate enough to have the final whistle blown and then be given a penalty.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. Chaos quality. Love watching him and Dem at Leipzig or his time at Salzburg. Yep. Cheers, Liz. Here if needed, Reese. Yep. Absolutely. We are all here for you, my Scottish compadre. Can't even bloody speak.
What is this? You have to win trophies to be considered the best. We have won trophies. Have you been living under a rock for the last few years?
We're not Arsenal or Tottenham.
Yeah, it's not like we've not given it a go. What's the rest of the Premier League done? Just been Liverpool and City this season.
Like, Tottenham have won nothing. Everton haven't won nothing since 1995. Arsenal aren't even in any form of Europe whatsoever. Chelsea are just getting back into it now. City have just oil money, so just buy the way through everything like a rich sugar daddy. And United have fallen off a cliff backwards, blindfolded with the hands tied behind the back. So, you tell me.
Absolutely. I may end up pulling out well, Reese, if your mind's not at it, then this is my advice. I would just not go through with it. If you don't feel like you're up to it, just say to someone that you're not up to it, and Rich can find a replacement. I think if you're not right, then obviously go and do that. As well. When say win trophies, it's just there. When Liverpool win a trophy, I feel physically sick. Yeah, and you have an absolute fridge as your captain.
I don't think anyone cares when City wins a trophy, though, do they?
No. Have you seen the parades that they have? There's about 2 people there.
Yeah, it's a 2-horse race for the title, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely.
They're trying to desperately be like Liverpool, but it's never that.
Right. Well. This is an interesting game, this one, because it is low block team. It is bottom of the league as well. Michael, how are you feeling about Sunday?
I mean, we should go into this with confidence, right? We just put in 2 good performances, 3 great halves, but it's freaking Burnley. And I hate this team so much. I hope they get relegated. Sorry to all Burnley fans. I hope you guys get relegated. Don't you have a guy coming on tomorrow, Doug? The Turf Moor house, right? Is that his name? Yeah. Oh, I don't know what the person's name is. I'm sorry to him, but I'm sorry. Burnley, I hate. They play anti-football. And anybody who plays anti-football, I don't respect them whatsoever. Sean Dice, man, I don't know what to say about him. But this is... See, people will just think because Burnley have won 1 game all season long, 1 freaking game, that this is going to be an easy cakewalk for Liverpool. All the signs point to it, but we struggled against these low block sides all the time. We struggle all the time. So I don't think it's going to be a very, 5-0, 6-0 sort of win. I think it's going to have to grind it out. I don't think we're going to look good in the first half like we kind of did against Cardiff. And then the second half, we might need to bring on some subs and we change the game. Hopefully we have a calm Sunday. Then we go into Wednesday at the San Siro and have a nice time in Milan. But, Sunday is going to be tough. No doubt about it. But, it's Burnley and I hate them.
Yeah, there's a certain phrase coming to mind, Jack. It's from the In-Betweeners. People ask me if I like football. But not Burnley. Burnley can fuck off.
Yeah. Now, as Michael's spot on there, mate, we've been speaking to Dan last hour before we come on, mate, didn't we? Supposedly, as Dan was saying, the Dyche has gone about trying to play a bit more pragmatic football, a bit more in terms of Cornet, Weghorst coming to the club. But I think by doing that, they've pretty much shot themselves in the foot in terms of you don't change what's not broken in terms of what's been successful. We
Exactly.
against low block sides, and this is the revenge tour, if you want to call it this season. Beat Leicester, they beat us this season, but it will be a sign of where Liverpool do find themselves this season. If we can get a very positive result, regardless of the performance, but I think all of us take it 1-0 now. But in terms of getting the 3 points, that's all that matters. And I can't see them. I know they've got a couple of games in hands, but it's going to be difficult for them. And I'll tell you what, if all those teams start winning at the bottom, Christ, I think even Leeds possibly could get dragged into it. But if we can get the results, it'd be probably one of the biggest 3 points this season, considering how frustrating it is sometimes when we do play them.
Yeah, Connor, Burnley have been a funny one this season. One win all season. They're sitting bottom of the league. Turf Moor used to be a fortress whenever teams went there, made them difficult to beat. But now, do you think the style of play is something that really hinders them now?
Well, it's like Jack said, is like Burnley have played a certain way since coming up to the Premier League, and if they're changing it now, then that is a stupid decision. But I think, as everyone will say, I hope they do get relegated. I hate playing Burnley each season. It's classic, isn't it? It's like Nick Pope has an outstanding performance every single time against Liverpool, and Ashley Barnes just turns up wherever he is. But it is looking at the game last year, I think we were all like this last year, when of course it was a must-win game, like it is now, of course, to keep up with City. But for me, I think we've already spoken about Liverpool's depth, and that we can easily hopefully get past this test. It is a tough test because, of course, Sean Dyche, he does like to wind up Jurgen quite a lot, doesn't he? But I think, look, we'll have, fingers crossed anyway, enough quality to get past them. But in terms of Burnley and relegation, like Jack said, I think it will go down to the last game of the season. I think there might be at least two teams that could still get relegated on deadline day, or like the end of the game. I think I'm trying to. But I think that it will hopefully be an exciting end of the season, as Sophie wants Burnley go down. I think
you won't see me, everyone, if you ever go down. Christ, I'll be on Liverpool outfits off with my flags out and everything.
I'm going on a 3-month bend, and if Everton go down, oh my God, it will be the most exciting thing that's happened to me this year, considering I'm getting married in 4 months. That would be sweeter than getting married, watching the Ev go down. Honestly.
I think
he'd be like, "Sod your wedding," so he's like, "Let's watch Ev go down."
That'll be like me in July as well. I'm only joking.
I'm not.
Oh, jeez. Ruben Diaz is not all that, by the way. He gets turned inside and out whenever someone plays him. Fucking diabolical fridge only turns up in the back three for his flaming country.
True.
Manche has 20 fans. Guys, do you think Gerrard wins us the league at Etihad last match? That would be just poetry in motion.
Let's not talk about that. There's still a lot of games to go.
Yeah.
Maybe 18-19 when we came second by like a point. It was 18-19, wasn't it? Because we were in the Champions League and they were playing Wolves. And I remember the lads screaming on in the stadium because Wolves
Yeah.
scored against them. Now, could you imagine if that was CVG with Villa? The scenes, like, he'd go down in history for, even if he wasn't already, like, get him a statue with a Villa scarf. I don't feel like
Andrew Williams likes the way Scousers say nothing.
Nothing.
He would be a fan of Graham
I'm not even going to try.
When people say,
Anti-football slander. I'm here for this. I think we've cheered Reece up. Sebastian's going for 4-0 Liverpool. Wow.
Herregud.
But defensive teams are needed if you have zero quality. Yeah, that is very true. Go Reece. Oh, would you like to see Gerrard as Liverpool's next manager? Well, I said on Turf Moor House earlier this evening, I don't think Klopp's going in 2024. I think he's going to sign a new contract.
I think so too.
4-0 LFC to ruin bloody Burnley. Here's a good question. Oh, who was that? Will Manny start Sunday?
No.
Did he just come back to training today?
Yes.
So nope. Diaz starts then.
On the bench, I reckon what he'll do is Diaz will get to like 60 odd minutes again, and he'll hook Diaz because Diaz plays on the left as well for Mane. Give Diaz a good chance to break down that block because we don't know whether he might be the key to unlocking a low block.
Yeah.
I'd like to run a play.
That's true. F Burnley boring ass team, says Sebastian.
It's all right, isn't Big Sam coming up next season? Is he in the Championship?
Oh my
I swear
God.
he's got a new job. So it'd be West Brom or something that come up and replaced him. So there's
Steve
always
Bruce
that
is
one
at West
team.
Brom.
Yeah, Bruce.
Oh, is he? Yeah, well, Christ. He's coming back, so.
Yeah, Steve Bruce, Sam Allardyce, dinosaurs of football. Dan is the only reason to like Burnley. That's very true. Thanks, Helen. What a title challenge that would be. Here, I hate boring football, to be honest, Helen. I just want to watch end-to-end exciting football. That's all true, Andy. Burnley 0, Liverpool 3. Burnley play old-type English football. That is your history. Excited to see Stevie smirk after the match would be priceless, Mary. Chris has gone Alisson, Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Salah, Jota, Diaz. Henderson confirmed he's playing by Klopp. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's interesting. My thing is because it's Burnley, every time they chant, it's let's go Burnley. Sound like they're all simultaneously taking a shite anyway. I would not be surprised if they nick 3 points. From the end of Sean Dyche. No. Sean Dyche is the longest serving manager in the Premier League. He will not be getting sacked. He has a job for life at Burnley. Old type English football is pretty much dead now. Just as so outdated and boring. Yep, he has found out Dyche. Burnley, Watford, Norwich are relegated, in my opinion. Does everyone agree with that?
I'm putting you up there. Because
You're putting Everton.
Yeah,
let's put Everton there and then Norwich stay up.
You know what? I think Leeds as well have to be in the conversation.
Is Bielsa gone today? We were saying, weren't we, Con? Is he?
Yeah, his name was tweeted. He was going all over Twitter. Bielsa was going because I think the Telegraph put something of like, how do you replace Bielsa? And then everyone started tweeting about it. I don't know how true it is.
Can't see that one, to be honest. No. There's no coming back from him in all fairness. He's a likeable guy, just don't like his style. Damn. Would be funny if Everton got relegated and Wayne Rooney kept Derby up, proving who's the better manager. Hello, Roberto Comps, big Juve fan. Thank you for tuning in. I can't see Dyche leaving Burnley, even if they're relegated. He will stay, in my opinion. Going to take Burnley a couple of years to come back up. Yeah, I think so as well. That's a good comment. Jacob Ramsey, what a baller. He's fantastic. And Kunku is making me happy. He's just scored. Oh, yeah, Leipzig are playing. FC Köln, I think.
Yeah, FC Köln. Yeah.
FC Köln. I'm trying to. Yeah, it is 1-0. It is 1-0. There we go. No, I will double Gerrard. So need to see him do more as a manager. Like, you buy Diaz, you're going to sell Mane.
Nope.
Where's all this Mane slander come from?
Mane is going to come into this team and play the best version of Mane we've ever seen. He'll come in here bouncing. If you'll see him in the videos in the media team, he's absolutely buzzing off his tits.
This comment this comment from Reese is spot on. Diaz is a smart signing. He was a big part of Porto's current unbeaten league season. Carvalho, good signing for you guys as well. That's smart and clever. Don't need superstars, just a good time. Just a good team. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Karoom, I think you're right. Brentford are falling a little bit towards that relegation. I hope not. Mark Goldberg is always Burnley. Bloody Burnley. Yeah. I mean, he's been at boring shite Burnley for how long? Come on, time to move on. Can't stand that prick Mary. If North stay up and ever get relegated and Everton don't deserve to come back up, imagine North stay up. As much funny seeing Everton go down. Underwhelming seeing North stay up. Bleach my eyes. Yeah. That would be very, very interesting. Score predictions now. I'll start this one. I think we will win 3-1. I think they'll get a goal, but I think we'll be too strong. Michael?
2-0. Salah in the 60th minute, and then Sadio will come back with a goal in the 85th minute.
I like that. Jack?
2-0. I'll go repeat myself from last preview. I think I went 2-0. So I'll stay with a cheeky 2-0. And yeah, fingers crossed.
Connor?
3-0. I think it'll be the same as what it was last year. I think Salah, Jota, and I think a goal for Diaz as well.
And Sophie is giving me a look of do not come to me. I don't do predictions.
Because and then it goes badly for us. Literally every prediction I've done, bar 3 or 4, we've lost. So no, I will not be the result of us losing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be optimistic. I think we'll win 3-1, but we'll see. Proud Terrorist Mane is Class B. Plays where Diaz plays. It seems Diaz is favoured now for some reason. Well,
Mane's not been there. How can you say he's been favoured when Mane's been in Africa?
He's been in Africa.
That's very true. Bill for Brentford, likeable team, wanker of a manager. Saints, LFC TV, hello. Haven't seen you around these parts for a while. Hope you are doing well. I think Thiago will be sacrificed for Burnley and saved for Inter.
I agree. I think it'll be Henderson, Elliott, and Fabinho in the midfield.
So enough. Burnley probably will fold Thiago in half, won't he? So keep Thiago and Naby away from Burnley as much as we possibly can. Oh.
Doug?
Yeah.
Doug's a little bit frozen.
Definitely. It'd be nice to see Ox in a dynamic midfield position.
I thought, oh my God, if they asked me a question like last week, I literally looked and was like, no, I was listening that time. They definitely didn't say my name.
4-0. Diaz will score. I know I'm going to get it wrong like always. Well, everyone's allowed an opinion for predictions as well. Oh yeah, we didn't do starting 11s, but we've kind of covered it. Yeah. I think it'll be Ali, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fabinho, Hendo, Elliott, Diaz, Jota, Salah. I think that's going to be it. Yep. And the next one, the Champions League is back. The Champions League is back. Die Meister, yeah. Apparently, this might be funny, but apparently Manchester United are playing Brighton on Tuesday when the Champions League is on. Who's going to watch that game? It's all about the Champions League. But Michael, Inter Milan are missing a lot of players, by the way. Bastoni's missing. Barella is a big miss as well. It looks like Vidal might be starting as well. So, in my opinion, I think he could get a red card the way he is as well. But what have you made of Inter Milan? Obviously, just lost to their main title challengers, AC Milan, as well.
Yeah, they lost the Milan derby. They gave it away, and then a Giroud masterclass. I couldn't believe Giroud scored 2 goals. I was slandering him the whole game, and then all of a sudden he scored 2 goals. But Inter Milan, I can't wait. I love Champions League. If you would tell me to win one competition this season, I would choose Champions League. I just love this competition. And I'm trying to get final tickets, by the way. I'm trying to go to the final. That's my main goal this year because it's only 2 hours away. So hopefully Liverpool are playing in it and hopefully we win it. But this is going to be a tough game. You know, we don't usually do well away in Europe, I would say, in the knockout stages. Like, obviously, the group stage was anomaly. I couldn't believe how well we did in the group stage away from home. All right, we're going to the San Siro. It's going to be tough. Let's be honest here. It's going to be very, very tough with their 3-5-2 formation, with the 2 strikers they have, the 2 wing backs that's just pushed forward. I think we played them, was it 07-08 in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken, and Gerrard scored a wonder goal at home. I think it was 2-0. I think it was Couty, Gerrard, if I'm not mistaken, and I think Gerrard scored a wonder goal. So I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup because at least Inter Milan want to play football, and that's what we do. We play football. So this is going to be end-to-end stuff. We're just going to go like a tennis match. The ball's just going to go like this. Boom, 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 boom. And the midfield with no Barella and Arturo Vidal, this guy, I hate him. I absolutely hate him. He's absolutely going to try and break Thiago's legs. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I think this is going to be amazing.
I'm coming for you.
Huh?
If that happens, I'm coming for you.
I know you can, but I'm just saying that's what Arturo Vidal does. That's what Vidal does. He's not much of a ball player. He's just more of a destroyer, but I can't wait. I think this is going to be awesome. And at the San Siro, this is what we love from football.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jack, obviously, I do remember the 2 games that we played against Milan in the
Torres as well, remember?
Yeah. Torres, yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be
you managed
exciting.
To see any of Inter?
I've watched a couple of them when I've had Miyake and I've lost Miyake. But you know how much
that's what you get for betting, you muppet.
I do win a couple of times. Very there. But Barella, obviously, will be missing. I'd love him in the Liverpool midfield. So yeah, one player I'd love to see. But
have you got posters of him?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, he's much better than Naby. But in terms of Liverpool,
stop bullying him.
stylistically, in terms obviously the way Inter do play. I do watch a YouTuber in terms of FIFA YouTuber, but he's a massive Inter Milan fan, and he was screaming at the draw because all the Inter fans were fuming that they got Liverpool because obviously they had to redo it. And stylistically, we play we're the worst team that they could face, they were saying. And we will absolutely open them up. With the fact that we battered an Inter Milan side, I didn't watch the Milan derby, but the fact that Milan have rocked up there and beat them, I think that says a lot about them. We dispatched Milan. I know they played quite well in terms of the home game against Liverpool, but that was a brief moment. But I think we'll sweep them aside with ease. It'd be interesting to see how Liverpool and a majority of the away teams do approach games. Obviously, the away goal rule now is being taken away. It's just the classic old days now of obviously just getting a goal as a goal. So obviously, Atletico Madrid, Reece, it'll be intriguing to see. They get a cheeky 2-0 win, and they'll be sitting behind the ball. But fully expect all of us, I think, will be disappointed every red if we don't at least get to the semi-finals this season in Champions League. I fully expect us. We should be at least in the final. But yeah, I'm excited, mate. Champions League, it's our competition. We know how to win it. But yeah, fingers crossed we can get the win.
I mean, Michael, you probably watch a lot more sort of Italian football than the rest of us. What's Lautaro Martinez been like this season?
He's been good, but not like what he's been in the previous seasons, I would say. This has kind of been, I wouldn't say a bad year for him, but just a little bit of a downfall, just a tad bit. But they don't got Lukaku anymore, and maybe that's a blessing in disguise because now they have a better player on the ball, and that's Dzeko, who can really hold up the play well, just very nifty on the ball. Then when you have Brozovic, I think Brozovic in the midfield has been the best player in Serie A this season. He is absolutely fantastic how he can move the ball from side to side, intricate passes down the lane. So Trent is going to have trouble against Perisic. Let me just tell you that. Perisic is trouble on that left wing back spot. And then Dumfries, it says he'll be a right wing back. He'll be a right winger, trust me. Watching Inter so many times this season, he just pushes all the way forward. Denzel Dumfries, he works his ass off every single game for them. So I think a good thing if Bastoni doesn't play because he's their best defender. We could definitely take advantage of De Vrij and Skriniar. And Handanovic, he's got a mistake in him. I think this is going to be good. He's got very much a mistake in him because, they were going to sign Onana, but obviously he can't play still, I think, because they're going to sign him in the summer when he becomes a free agent. So if we can get a lot of shots off Handanovic, he'll create a mistake. Guarantee it.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I do obviously remember the 2007-2008 game, and I do remember the Dirk Kuyt goal as well. But the Gerrard goal was excellent. But the two Fernando Torres goals and the San Siro were pretty good as well. But no, it's going to be a fascinating game as well. Connor, feeling confident?
Yeah, I am. Look, I think absolutely what the other lads have said. The thing is, when we played AC Milan, especially the first game, we completely battered them for 40 minutes, which was a shock because I thought that they would have been a lot better. Of course, they were. I think it was our own fault in, of course, those last 5 minutes of the first half. But
Naby's fault
and Hendo's. But look, for me, I think both the games against Milan was shocking in terms of how easy it was. Nat Phillips was, prime Maldini at times, of course, at the San Siro last time. But for me, I thought, look, I'm confident. It would shock me if, we had a terrible game. But for me, I think if we can come out, with a draw or, of course, a 2-1 win, it's massive. Like Jack said, away goals is huge now that it's not a part of the Champions League anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Michael, it has been an absolute pleasure having you for the last hour and a bit. It has been fantastic to have you. Just share your social for people where they can find you.
You can follow me, Michael Talks Football, on YouTube, and then obviously Talks-Michael on Twitter. Thanks for having me on, dog. And I'll give you my score prediction. I think this is going to be high scoring. The first leg, it's going to be 3-2 Liverpool. I think this is going to be very high scoring.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Very, very interesting.
All right, thank
Michael,
you, guys.
Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon, mate. Cheers.
Adios, guys.
See you later.
All right, so let's see what some of you are saying, because there have been a lot of comments as well. What's this about Lampard? Someone's just going on Lampard. You rate Lampard as a coach? No, I do not rate Lampard as a coach. Hell no.
I love him. Great job. Doing 90 minutes for the end, and he's doing a fantastic job.
I'm clipping that. I am going to clip that and use that as a meme forever. Just Jack's little side out there.
He'll find it. He'll find his level in the Championship, like he did in the Derby.
Yeah, Reese. I think Reese likes AC because he says, "Damn fucking right, they lost Nerazzurri wankers." Wouldn't rate Lampard if you paid me $1 billion. He's that shit. Yes.
Might get employed by Man United soon, Reese, at this rate.
Football keeps me happy when I need it. Canai versus Vedkorst on Sunday, ex-Bundesliga clash, Leipzig-Wolfsburg. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. I think you could probably say. No. Inzaghi's getting the centre team playing very well. I advise caution on them, despite losing in the derby. Still a very strong side with and without the ball. Yeah. Saint LFC, great content, guys. Keep up the good work. Yeah, smash the lights, as he says. Always suffers going away to Italian sides, so will be a test. 2-1 Liverpool. Don't remind me of Atleti Jack. Reese has told you off. You'll never walk alone. Latoro Pachi. Alexis Sanchez is an amazing... Oh, my God. I forgot he was there. Alexis Sanchez.
Woo!
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that went. Quad is on. Yeah. Durker absolutely loved him. A hard worker. 4-3. I don't think it'll be 4-3, but Serie A is underrated league for me. So many good teams on paper. Serie A has been the best league there in terms of overall competition. Yeah, very, very interesting. Starting 11. Connor, what's your starting 11 for Tuesday? Or is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday, is it?
Wednesday, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Ali, Trent, Matip, Virgil, Robbo, Fabinho, Thiago. I want to say Harvey Elliott, but I think it'll be Jordan Henderson. Yeah, and then Mo, Jota, and then Sadio.
Yeah. The only thing I'd possibly change from Connor's is maybe Matip for Canate. Because Matip will have played quite a few minutes at that point. Canate hasn't, and we know that in the Champions League, having a really strong back four like that might be something Klopp will do. I don't know.
Yeah. There'll be Ali, Trent. I think Matip will come back in. I think Kanati will play. Against Burnley. I think he'll play against Burnley. So Matt Van Dijk, Robbo. I'm with Connor. I want to see Fabinho, Thiago, Elliott, but it'll be Fab, Thiago, Hendo, and then I think it'll be Mane, Salah, and Jota. I think as well. I can't agree there, boys. Liverpool played half a team and had already qualified, and they still rung rings around Milan. Yeah, I think the Italian league is very average. Difference of opinion for sure. And then he goes on and says, Atalanta did not impress me at all, either against United. Yeah, they someone likened them to the Italian Leeds United, and quite simple. I think it's true. Guys, I think that Robbo might be more suited for the Burnley game and Simicast for the Inter. Ooh. No?
No, for me, Robbo is...
I think it's too big a game.
Yeah, if it maybe Simicast against Burnley, perhaps, because, you know, there's no quality drop-off in terms of putting Simicast in there, but the Champions League, it's a big occasion at the end of the day. Yeah, for me, it's 100% Robbo for Inter. You could argue Simicast for Burnley, but I think 100% it has to be Robbo for Inter.
Well, but Andrew says it is a very good comparison that Atalanta are the Italian Leeds United. Yes, I think that's very, very true. Anyway, right, score predictions, Jack. Michael thinks 3-2. What do you think?
I can sense a 5-0. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5-0 to the Reds. 5-1.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see them scoring. It's like against Porto. But yeah, 5-1, I'm gonna go. I know it's ballsy, but I said that against. Yeah, I do like European comment.
You like to walk out like a 7-0, 6-0 every now and then.
I'm like Derek Agora. I can feel something. 5-1.
Come on, Sam. What is it, Sam?
Connor?
Guys, telling me.
2-1 for me, mate. I think it's going to be close.
I think it'll be close as well. Oh yeah. I won't come. Don't worry. I won't. Costas for Burnley, Robbo for Milan. True, very attack-minded, cannot defend for shit. I think that's about Atalanta. Helen's going 2-1 Liverpool. Guys, they're both big games. As there's a cup final every game in the league, if we have aspirations of catching City, yeah, definitely. Absolutely agree with that. And especially, I think, because after the Inter Milan game, we've got, believe it or not, I think we've got Norwich
and then, is it the final? I think it's after Norwich.
No, Norwich Leeds then, the final.
Leeds. Yeah, so.
Which is our game in hand, of course.
Yeah.
Aye. Jack going big, pretending to be shocked. Yeah. I think. Do I see Inter scoring? Yes, I do. Do I see us scoring more than 2? Yes, I do. I'm going 3-1.
Yes, Doug. I was hoping for 4-1, but yeah.
That's funny. That is very, very funny. And before we go, does anyone have any questions for the panel? Because it has been another fantastic show. Yeah, you can basically go, because that is another one of those Russian bots, I think it is. Andrew thinks 3-0 Liverpool. Very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
I'll take any win, whether it's a clean sheet or not, to be fair, against Inter. I don't think you'd find any Liverpool fan who'd be like, oh no, I'm definitely only want a clean sheet, Jack.
Yeah, I have to say it's definitely going to be Inter 2 Liverpool 4, says Reese. Interesting.
Now.
Oh Christ, yeah. No, I can't imagine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Has anyone seen this?
Yeah.
Has anyone seen this?
For me, it's a red. Yeah.
It's 2 yellows. It's not a red like a red. It's just
Two
two yellows in the space of 60 seconds from each other. He shoves the ball, the guy who's taking the throw, and then he goes and kicks. It's 2 yellows. It's not like he was in danger until it was a straight red. He got 2 yellows, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that just brought it back to me. We didn't mention it earlier. Do we think Salah should have been given a pen yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, me
100%.
and I said 100% like it should have been a penalty because he's basically gone under him and scissored his leg. Like, you saw what happened with Virgil. That's an ACL. That can really damage someone. And
It looked like the kind of penalty that you would probably get on FIFA, where basically the ball's gone, and if you basically come in and tackle, he's already had the shot, and the referee would give a penalty. I honestly think it should have been a penalty, but
What minute was that? I can't remember.
Like, I understand the rule that the advantage is Meh would kick the ball, and if that ball had gone in, we wouldn't want to call back for the penalty. And I get that. But that's given defenders kind of the impression that if an attacker kicks the ball or even toe taps the ball away, it's free game. You can do what you want to them and it's not a foul. How many players are going to try and get away with red cards for that now? That should have been a booking, a red, because it was dangerous, and it should have been a penalty to Salah for me.
Yeah, I agree.
On my live stream, I was calling for a Robbo pen back post. And then I watched the replay. I was like, come on. I was like, oh, no. It's
Oh, and he collided into the post.
Yeah.
Norway goals will that change the mindset? Inter don't travel very well. Inter don't travel very well, so I don't think. Never mind on the pitch, guys. Absolutely great show. 3-1 Liverpool to Saint. Milan have to score to have any chance at Anfield. That's a very good point.
Sorry to interrupt, Doug. Isn't this the first time that Inter have been in the last 16 for like 5 years?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a load of pressure on them as well. Certainly be the champions of Italy as well.
It's with all their players, as we've already said, and they got so many players. And I know you mentioned Dumfries. He just bombs down that left-hand flank. If you got like a Diaz, you'll have acres of space, or a Mane. So I think if we play our game and they play their game, we'll batter them.
I remember back from the Euros, I was absolutely lauding praise over this Denzel Dumfries. He was some player. He is some player, but not as good as our Trent. Enough said. Definitely will. Why would you complain Martinelli is a moron? Yeah. It was stupid. You cannot raise your hands. I've always been told, and I think we've all been told this, raising your hands is an automatic yellow card, isn't it?
I don't
even think...
Even if raising your hands wasn't an automatic yellow card, impeding someone taking a throw-in is a yellow card.
Yeah.
You get 2 yellows, you get a red, shut up, get over it, stop crying. I'm not being funny, but my fella's an Arsenal fan. He was sat there watching it on his phone while we were watching the Liverpool game as well. And he turned out and went, what's this little red mark that we always have added to our name now? He went, I don't like this little red box at the top that's there every day. And he was like, even Keith said, he went, that was stupid. He went, as soon as he did it, Keith went, well, he's getting sent off now.
They've had 15 reds this season. 15 reds under Arteta.
That's embarrassing,
this year.
What the hell is this? What's this talk of esports being in the Olympics? Olympics is an outside sport, not sitting on your backside looking at a screen. Whoever came up with that idea, we should probably see a doctor.
What? It's in the
I might get a gold medal there. I might get a gold medal on FIFA.
That my sport can't go in the Olympics. Not because can't quite clarify it as a sport for the Olympics yet. But a teenager sitting there going click, 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 is a sport. Salah pen all day. That's a foul anywhere else in the pitch. I genuinely thought the Liverpool got one of the easiest draws in Inter. Interesting. Inzaghi doing what Conte couldn't get through a group stage. Because the Milan come to Anfield with zilch, they won't get through at all. We all know glory nights under the lights of Anfield. I didn't see the game, so I can't comment. Exactly. Yeah. The red card should be renamed
the arse card. I would guarantee you win gold medals for streaming based on how long I stream for. Yeah, he streams for hours on end. I think the record probably about 7 or 8 hours. I could never, ever, 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 ever do that. But obviously, my guest on the prediction show earlier, Paul from the Toon Review, I think he went about 12 hours streaming, like deadline day streams, which was mental.
I would have felt like Kip if I was streaming.
28, isn't it? Who does like the full 24-hour streams or something for like cancer and that? And I'm sat there going, mate, like I'm asleep after an hour.
Yeah.
It is hard work streaming. Obviously, we do it like 1 or 2 hours, and then, it's mad. I think even you see them on Twitch as well. Like, there's one Twitch streamer that it was a record of like he averaged it out over the year. He was streaming for like 20 hours a day, and he only had like 4 hours.
I get to an hour, and I start looking at the clock. I went, all right, another half an hour, and I can go and have something to eat.
Yeah, you've got to give yourself breaks in between, for sure. I will ask this question: next manager sacked. Who do we think the next manager to be sacked as, Jack?
It's a good one. That it's loads in a minute.
Lampard.
Frank.
Lampard.
Yeah.
I honestly hope he's staying there.
After this thing the other day, Lampard out, get out of our club. He's been in one game and they had a fucking banner saying get out of our club. Look, the players want out your club, you want out your club, Big Ken wants out the club.
Has anyone got Roy Hodgson?
No.
To be fair, that's not a bad show because the way Watford fans,
Watford, yeah.
Watford are 19th at the moment. Funnily enough, I don't know if this is true, but apparently Watford were outside the relegation zone when Roy took over. They're now back in the relegation zone since he's been in charge. So
he sat there rubbing his face as he always does.
No,
I think if West Ham go to Leicester and get a big win, I think Brendan Rodgers could be sacked.
Yeah, I think Brendan is the next one to get sacked.
Sure, they got to be Brendan, and they can't keep it up.
Nah, it's fine.
I need to ask this question. Will Norwich City get a point against Man City?
I hope so.
Because crazy me here thinks it's going to be 2-2.
Where is it? Home or away for Norwich?
Carrow Road.
Well, did they beat them last year, or was that the year before at Norwich?
Yeah, 3-2. 3-2.
Yeah,
a decent few times, haven't they? They seem to be City's bogey team.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love them to just take points off them.
Yeah.
Collapse.
Hopefully. Yeah, collapse.
Collapse. That would
Me on
just
a
be
nice house.
fantastic.
Collapse.
That'd be funny. God damn, I was going to watch Maisie's quiz, but John is oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue who John is.
Nope, they won't. Well, Reese thinks Norwich will beat City 1-0. I'm not joking. Wow.
Pep the ball fraud.
Pep the ball fraud.
It's all right, Dad. I wasn't talking about you. So.
Yeah. Does anyone think there could be Bielsa that maybe leaves? Because Connor, you said something about Bielsa earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, it was just something about the Telegraph said how would Leeds cope without Bielsa. And me and Jack were just looking on Twitter, and it was like there was nothing that came out, but it must have just been an article that they just put out. But the thing is, Leeds have been diabolical to watch this season.
Can't defend.
Yeah, they can't defend for anything. When we played them at the start of the season, it could have been 6 or 7 on that day. But yeah, the question is then who comes in, because it is just a train wreck at Leeds at the minute.
Yeah.
The fact that he went and signed Dan James for about was a 30-odd mil. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't even pay £5 for him.
Who did score twice last night, but the thing is, I don't even get why he signed for them. I honestly don't.
Well, we were saying, wasn't we, like at the start of the season, we all thought he was the replacement for Rafinha, and Rafinha hasn't gone anywhere. So, and the thing is now, it's like if, for example, Leeds did go down, he would most likely stay with them on Premier League wages. I don't think he would go to another club. So that's a negative thing on it. But the thing is, if they do get relegated, I think they would have missed the opportunity to sell Rafinha for big money. If you're looking £60+ million for him, but it's a no.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll read through the final few comments before we all go. I booted him from Rich last. Yeah, I did see that. You did me. Just watching the background of comment on Twitch is what I do. A good idea how I joined from Twitch. Leeds without Bielsa, well, yet to be seen, but who knows? They may be better off. Bielsa has weared thin with them. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think Burnley are going down. Just search our channel or send the link. Blues will get relegated. Everyone thinks that Everton are going to go down. I just can't see Everton going down, but
there's me doing a second draft there, muting myself. I was just saying, like, Burnley have got a few games in hand though, so if Burnley, those three in the bottom go on a little bit, even if they just get a couple of draws, that puts Everton in the bottom. And to be fair, normally in Everton's defence, kind of in their defence, normally they start off quite low in the season, they drop and then they climb the way back. But normally around now, they're hovering around 10th, 13th. Hovering above relegation. So I just think it would be sweet as anything for them to go.
That's something I've just remembered. Did anyone see the guy in the dinosaur outfit and Jordan Pickford's looking right at it?
His hands on his head, just looking at it like
Wasn't it? It was Newcastle, wasn't it, that made the chant up after they played us?
Yeah, typical Geordies. Love a good laugh like us. Yeah, we'll wind them up. But apparently, I was speaking to my Everton mates. They're bringing banners and shit to the fucking ground. I'm like, what? Trying to be like Liverpool. And it's like they're trying to get an atmosphere. Oh, yeah, climb here.
Take care, everybody. How long is the stream going for? We're just about to leave. We're just about to go. We're just talking pretty much shite, basically. I'm off now. Take care, all. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Everton players do have a losing mentality, to be fair. Yeah, I think if they lose to Leeds, they are going to be in serious trouble. For sure. Women's team are at the bottom of the Women's Championship where we play as we are top. Was that ever? Oh my God! Everton's women are bottom and LFC women are top. Oh, that's poetry in motion. That. Grace, I can't find her. Don't worry, I will send it. Guys, it has been another fun LFC podcast. It has been another fun one. Big thanks to Michael Jenrick for coming on as well. Obviously, go and check out Michael Talks Football as well. Jack, thank you very much as always. Are you doing a watch along for Sunday?
Think so, mate. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me on, mate. Great to speak to the panel as always. And hopefully the FKF beat again. I can't wait for all the Blues. Tom hasn't been in chat. Tom, if you're watching, you haven't put a comment in. Our good mate Tom. I think he's still under a rock. I know. Connor, thank you very much as always. What have you got coming up on the Kop Council?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me on again. Just match preview shows and reactions at the minute. I like Jack. I hope if Newcastle and Norwich can get their act together, Everton will happily slide into that 18th spot, and I hope they stay there for the rest of the season, so we can all have a party on top of Liverpool potentially winning things. So
winning all 4 trophies. Oh yeah, he's gonna come in my back garden. We were meant to have the barbecue or something. Weren't we?
We'll do a pub crawl around all the blue pubs in Liverpool.
Oh, I do like this end of that. Sophie, thank you very much as always.
Thank you. Pleasure's been mine. It's been a good one.
It has been a good one. I've got a big day ahead tomorrow. I'm getting get my wedding suit tomorrow, so that's exciting.
Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it?
I know. Only picked up my wedding ring last Sunday as well, so I can't believe that's almost been a week already.
Who's minding that? Who's minding that? Your brother? Is he looking after you? Who's your best man?
It's
Better be
in
me.
my bedside drawer at the moment.
That's definitely not your best man.
Yeah.
About to say it'd get lost.
I don't trust my kid's best man to have the wedding rings.
No.
Imagine if someone lost anyone's wedding ring.
Oh God!
Let's turn up with 2 Haribo rings. Literally, is perfect.
You know what? Honestly, you all know by now that I'm like hyper organised with shite, and I swear to God, his best man would be that person to go, I couldn't find your ring, so I've made these out of paper. Just to watch me at the altar go, and then pulled them out of his pocket. So I don't think I trust them. I think I might give them to my maid, to my sister, so she can give them to us.
Yeah, it's exciting times for sure. So we'll definitely definitely see how tomorrow goes. Thank you, good streamer. Thank you, Andrew. To be fair, I did say to you, whoever lost between Newcastle and Everton will be going down. Thank you for the stream minus the 15 minutes I missed. Jack, who's your best man for the world?
I need to find a bed first, mate. So I'll start with that.
That was the most Scouse thing ever. I need to find a bed, mate. I need to find a bed, mate.
Someone there. Oh, what's that bad done? And someone that puts up with me watching the footy.
Jack's going to be doing that every on his own at the altar.
I'll be at everyone's wedding, looking at the bridesmaids. Is anyone single?
Guys, it's been another fun one. We'll be back. Yes, before I forget, I do have a big guest list next week. So next week we're going to be joined by Mick Moran from the Kop Podcast, possibly Jay Pearson as well. And remember Zubin Daver? Zubin? He's coming back on as well. He did say he was going to come on tonight, but he is traveling. So I'm really looking forward to getting him back on, because the first appearance from him was very, very good. He spoke a lot of sense, and I'm looking forward to that for sure. But guys, it has been good. It has been very, very fun. Liverpool play Burnley and then into Milan, and we'll be back on Friday. We'll be previewing Norwich, previewing Leeds, and the Friday after that we'll probably have a Carabao Cup special, so look forward to that. But until then, it is good night from all of us, and you'll never walk alone. Cheers, Reds.